Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to another True Snob blog unboxing video, One Take Wonder series. Here we are with something many of you have been waiting for. Now you probably recognize the box, which I've shown a million times, so let's get right into this. The Burgundy box by Carmina. Let's see what we have here. Specially made for Justin Fitzpatrick. Plain toe Gilly 80516. Take note. Bespoke Footwear last. And then a number, I presume, which signifies the order number, and a cool drawing of the shoe. Let's get into it. All right, little card here. Carmina. Here we go. Dear Justin Fitzpatrick, you are customer number 7 from our bespoke service, and we'd like to express our sincere gratitude for your patience and trust in choosing Carmina Shoemaker for your bespoke shoes. We understand that the anticipation for your shoes has been considerable, and we appreciate your understanding during this exciting phase of our new venture. I think reading the rest of this is not super relevant because this is probably what clients get, although technically I'm not so much an actual client. But it's a nice touch, basically saying thank you, we appreciate it, we hope you enjoy it, your happiness is our our goal, and a lot of other nice details for receiving your shoes. All right, so here we have the Carmina bags. I don't recall if those are exactly the same as my others, but I imagine so. And the Gilly shoes. Let's bring them out. All right, so for those that haven't quite caught on yet, these are from Carmina's new 3D Bespoke program. That is a measuring device that measures your foot and then makes the shoe based on those measurements. So a custom product tailored to your exact foot measurements. And this is what I received. Now, at the time that I did this service, which they launched at the first New York Super Trunk Show last year, there was only one last to choose from. Again, understandable. They were testing a new service, a new product, and they wanted to make sure how it went. When you start opening it up to all the lasts, you start, finding complications. So at first, it was just on this rounded Yoret last, which is a very nice, elegantly rounded toe. Nothing too blunt, but not too pointed nor elongated either. A beautiful, classic shape. Now, being that this was going to be a perfect fit shoe, I decided to go for a super cool model. I've been really enjoying Gillies as of late, and Carmina has a very cool style of that Gilly, with a beautiful extended apron. This shoe is quite almost a whole cut. It's one piece. Well, I guess it's not a seam here, but a separate piece. But this is a nice long piece of leather with this beautiful tight facing to make the Gilly style. It is a gorgeous shoe and one of my favorites that Carmina offers. So, I'm here looking for the size, but obviously it's not a size because it's bespoke. It is made tailored to my measurements. Now, I also get lasted shoe trees. I should have been unlacing those. But they come with these beautiful full lasted shoe trees. They're pretty substantial. They got some weight behind them. And I can now, when you see the shoe, you don't see your foot. But now when I can see how this has been worked down to make not to make room, to take room from my super shallow toe area. And I can now see that. I can see how this has been worked down also because I have a semi-low instep here, but then I have a high point here where I hit the ball from playing football, soccer, whatever you want to call it. Oh, here we go. I didn't notice this. It says, made to measure for Justin Fitzpatrick on the shoe trees. Nice little touch. The inside is standard to your other Carmina shoes. You know, as far as quality goes, I don't see anything wrong. Similar to all my other Carmina shoes. I don't know if the stitching is getting tighter, but it's a very nice tight stitch on the welt there. Yeah, that's a nice stitch. Very clean. So, the details. I won't drag this on because I've spoken about Carmina a lot, but the 3D bespoke service. Now, again, I would still call this in its testing phase, and I say that because they haven't fully rolled it out yet. What they've been doing, oh, nice, sorry, let me interrupt. On the inside it says, the shoe snob. Nice detail, Carmina. That was good. Very clever. Handwritten, of course. Beautiful lettering. Yeah, so the program is still kind of in its initial stages because, you know, this is a serious investment, and serious investments can be serious risks. But I think things have gone well because the growth plan is in motion. So they've now launched it in New York and San Francisco, and soon, when the time is right, they will get a machine for every shop that they have around the world. At present, you can only find it wherever the current machine is at. I believe it's housed in Spain, and then they do trunk shows and they travel with it. And at this point, you can order it in all lasts. So at the beginning, they only offered it on one last, but now you can order it on all lasts and customize the exact shoe you want with the exact fit tailored to your foot. Okay, let's talk about the fit. I won't lie. Call me the shoe snob. But I've always felt that machines should never replace humans. So I always felt that a 3D bespoke fit was never going to be as good as a human bespoke measurement. Now, this is not to slander all of my friends who make bespoke shoes, but few of them have fit me as good as this, to be quite frank with you. And mainly for one reason, is here and the length. A lot of times I get a shoe that's too long and too spacious in the vamp, even it's bespoke. And I don't know why. And that has been sending measurements, doing kind of remote fitting. Of course, my G&G bespoke boots fit very well years ago, but these fit surprisingly well. They fit perfectly. I'm not even gonna lie. I have no skin in this game. I do market for Carmina. They are one of my sponsors, but I wouldn't lie to you because I think it's important to be honest, and I think it's important to admit that I was wrong, or maybe they have found a way to make the machine better. I don't know. But again, my problem spots did not have problems, and that's where I judged the fit. It wasn't overly elongated, and I didn't have too much excess space above my toes, which is where I often find issues. Hugged my heels great. It fit perfectly. I'm not even gonna lie. I was pleasantly surprised. I'm not gonna lie. I was not dreading, but almost fearful that I wasn't going to get the fit that I like based on what they're, claiming this gives you. Now, again, the problem is fit is super subjective. Jesper of Shoegazing has a different experience. I think he said they fit great, but not perfect. Mine fit me perfectly. Different feet problems have different issues. Jesper suffers from very sensitive width issues that I think if they touch him wrong, he gets discomfort and pain. Mine are mainly in preference of how I like things to fit. I don't really get pain anywhere, but I hate when I have too much excess space above my vamp, because then you get this nasty unsightly creases that dig into your toes. So again, each experience will be different because fit is subjective at the end of the day. Mine fit me great here. This is what I value. Nice heel fit, not too tight on my instep, but not voluminous either. That is also tricky when you have a suede instep. Suede insteps often feel loose, but this one hugged my instep nicely. So I gotta say I was pleasantly surprised. Some good arch support as well. I'm not even gonna lie. I was blown away by my fit, my personal fit. So, now let's get to the brass tacks. The price of these bad boys start at $16.55. Now, some of you just gasped right now because in your mind, that's not how much a Carmina shoe should cost. But again, how much something should cost is often subjective as well. You know, if I stack this up against shoes that cost $16.55, it's very hard to say that those shoes are better. They may have some detailing you prefer, but again, Carmina is using French hides from Annonay and Dupuis, what are considered the top tanneries in the world, right? I see no visible defects. I see very good solid shoemaking. Pretty sure these are JR soles. Nice heel piece on the heel. Very thick rubber heel piece. That ensures I'm not going to have to replace that for a while. A solid heel cup. Again, I don't have a beveled waist on the outside. Okay, what is that worth? $100? $300? $500? The beveled waist on the inside could be nicer. What is that worth? $300? $500? What more? I don't have a fiddleback, but I don't care about fiddlebacks in reality. But that sole is beautiful. That's a nice solid sole, a good clean closed channel. Again, what could be better here? I don't have fudging. What is that worth? $300? $500? So again, what are things worth? For me, when you are paying to get perfect fit, well, then it's worth every penny because it fit me perfectly. It fit comfortable. That means it's going to support my foot all day long because it fits perfectly. The quality is there, you know. This is going to stack up against shoes that cost twice the price because, again, what we often pay for in shoes that are above $1,000 are details, like the finishing, the detailing. But when all else remains the same, i.e. the leather quality, the construction method, etc., 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 you're really just paying for detailing at the end there. You know, and small subtle things like how expensive my lining is, or okay, sure, maybe Carmina saved some money by putting this little strip here instead of making the seam. Again, but again, in a shoe like this, I think the quality is there to justify the price, considering the fit is flawless. That's my opinion. I know some people will have a hard time swallowing this, but again, that's just based on perceptions of what we perceive of something being valued based on what that brand has been telling us its value since day one. But I guarantee if we did blind tests of this shoe stacked against many other shoes at $1,500, you wouldn't know the difference. So anyway, my 3D Bespoke Gilly Oxford, whatever, Gilly Adelaide. great pair of shoes. Fit perfect. That's my personal experience. Please make sure you watch other people's personal experience on the 3D Bespoke before making decisions, because upwards of $1,500 and more is not a low price and money to swallow. So check out Jesper's reaction, check out Kirby's reaction. But all in all, in my opinion, Carmina did a great job. And I think if other people experience what I've experienced, they're gonna hit it out of the park with this service. And when they have a machine in every store, they're making bespoke fit a lot more accessible, and for, in reality, a lot cheaper price. So I hope you've enjoyed. Do stay tuned. Do reach out to Carmina if you are interested in the service to know where their 3D box scanner is at present moment, or where it will be next, and do stay tuned for when they launch that globally. Thank you as always for tuning in. Wishing everybody a wonderful day. Bye.